Hi everyone, welcome back to 8th standard maths class. In the previous video, we have learned how to draw the perpendicular bisector of a line, and some questions also we finished related to that topic from the last activity. Okay, now in this video, let's learn how to draw the bisector of an angle. Okay, bisector of an angle. Let's start from the activity itself. Okay, so here is your question. Question number 3. Draw an angle of 75 degree and draw its bisector. Okay, so first of all we need an angle of 75 degree. Okay, in your in your 7th standard you have learned how to draw an angle using protractor. Okay, how to draw an angle using protractor, that you already know. So first of all, draw an angle of 75 degree. Okay, in order to draw a triangle of 75 degree, first of all just draw a line like this. Then after that take your protractor. Okay, take your protractor, then keep the center point of the protractor at one end of this line. Okay, consider this end. Okay, take this point as A, then this point as B. Okay, so keep the center point of the protractor at the point A. Keep like this. Okay, then 75 degree. So 75 degree means in this line from the 0 you have to count. Okay, don't consider the next point. Okay, from 0 you need to count. So 0 from 75. Okay, from 0 up to 75, that means the point will be here, 75 degree. Mark that point like this. Then remove the protractor, take your scale and draw that line. Okay, this is already you know how to draw. Okay, anyway I am explaining once more. Okay, so just draw the line. So this is the 75 degree. Okay, this is 75 degree angle. After that, the method to draw bisector of an angle. That means in order to draw bisector of an angle, first of all take your compass. Okay, take your compass and keep the pinpoint of the compass at the point A. Okay, keep the pinpoint of the compass at the point A and take a small measurement. Okay, only a small measurement is enough. Keep the pinpoint at the point A, then draw one arc like this. Okay, that arc must cover these two lines. Okay, so this is the arc. Okay, now in this arc you can see that this arc crosses these two lines. Okay, that means we will get one point here in this line and here in this line. Okay, 2 points we will get at both the end of this arc. Okay, so next step is just extend the compass. Okay, just extend the compass. Then from one point, okay, keep the pinpoint at one point, then draw one arc like this. Okay, just draw one arc like this. Now without changing the compass measurement, draw another arc from the next point. Okay, draw another arc from the next point like this. Okay, now you will get one point. Okay, you will get one point here. Mark that point. Okay, you will get one point here. Mark that point. Now the next step is take your scale and join that point to the corner point of this angle. Corner point means angle A. Okay, just join this like this. So this is the bisector of angle 75 degree. Okay, that means this line divide this angle 75 degree into two equal parts. That means each half will be 37.5 degree. Okay, 75 is divided into equal half, means each half will be 37.5 degree. So this angle divide the large angle 75 degree into two equal parts, that is 37.5 degree. So this is the bisector. Okay, next is question number 4. Draw a circle of radius 2.25 centimeter. 2.25 centimeter is the radius. Okay, but 2.25 is not possible to measure using scale. 2.25. Okay, it is not possible to measure using scale. So in order to get 2.25, here we are using the method perpendicular bisector. That means 2.25's double you need to consider. In order to get 2.25, we will consider its double, that is into 2. So 2.25 into 2 will be 4.5. Okay, I will show you how 4.5. If you don't know to multiply the decimal value, just listen here. 2.25 into 2. Okay, so 5 2s are 10 here, 1 here, 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 5. Put the point, same point here also. Then 2 2s are 4. So 4.50. The last 0 no need to consider. Likewise 4.5 is the double of 2.25. So in order to get 2.25, first of all we will draw 4.5 centimeter line. 4.5 centimeter line we will draw first. After drawing the perpendicular bisector of this 4.5, we will get 2.25 as the answer, because perpendicular bisector divide the line into two equal halves. So 4.5's half means what? 2.25. So perpendicular bisector we need to draw first. Perpendicular bisector of what? 4.5 centimeter. Okay, so let's draw. So first of all, draw a line of length 4.5 centimeter. Okay, 4.5 centimeter using scale. First draw a line 4.5 centimeter like this. Okay, so this is 4.5 centimeter line. Let's mark the point as A, B. Okay, first end, second end. Now we are going to draw the perpendicular bisector of this line. Okay, by measuring more than half. So keep your compass pinpoint at the point B. Measure more than half, approximately more than half. Then draw one arc here, then one arc in the down portion. Okay, similarly keep the pinpoint at the point A and draw one arc in the upper side, then one arc in the lower side like this. Okay, now you can join these two points. From the upper point to the lower point, just join. So this is the perpendicular bisector of this 4.5 centimeter. So here this point, okay, this point, divide this 4.5 into two equal halves. That means here first half will be 2.25, then the next half also 2.25. Okay, so from, let's consider this point as O. Okay, so here OB and OA are 2.25 centimeter. Now here what we need to draw? We need to draw a circle with the radius as 2.25 centimeter. So 2.25 centimeter means measure 2.25 centimeter using compass. Okay, measure 2.25 centimeter in the compass. Okay, now draw the circle. From anywhere you can draw. Now this compass measurement is 2.25 centimeter. I am going to draw from the center point O. Okay, so we can draw a circle like this. So here in this circle, radius is 2.25 centimeter. OB and OA, these two are the radius, that is 2.25 centimeter. Okay, clear? This is the answer. Next is question number 5. Draw triangle ABC with AB equal to 6 cm, angle A equal to 22.5 degree and angle B equal to 67.5 degree. Okay, so for this triangle two angles given, but these two angles 22.5 and 67.5, these two measurements are also not possible to measure using protractor. So here we are using the method angle bisector, that means bisector of angle we are drawing. Okay, so let's see how. Here we need to draw a triangle ABC with AB as 6 cm. Okay, triangle ABC we have to draw, the base AB is 6 cm and from the point A we need to measure 22.5. But this 22.5 is not possible to measure using protractor. Okay, in protractor we know 22, 23, it's okay, but 22.5 is not possible, and 0.5 is not possible. That means here we will consider the double. That means bisector of angle we will draw first. Okay, so in order to get the double measurement into 2, here also into 2. So 22's double. 22's double is what? 45 degree. 45 degree is 22.5 angles double. So by drawing the angle bisector of 45 degree, we will get 22.5. 1 half will be 22.5. Now 67.5 degree. So in order to get the double measurement into 2, after multiplying, you will get the answer as 135 degree. I am not showing that. For the previous problem, I show you how you can multiply. Okay. So here answer will be 135 degree. After drawing the bisector of this 135 degree angle, we can find 67.5 degree. Okay. So first of all, we will draw 6 centimeter line, then 45 degree and 135 degree from each end. Okay. So let's see how. So first draw a line 6 centimeter AB like this. Okay, after drawing this 6 centimeter line, take the protractor. Now angle A we need 22.5. That means double is 45 degree. So from the point A we need to measure 45 degree. Okay, so keep the protractor here and measure 45 degree. So 40 here, 145 is here. Okay, so mark that angle, then join. So this angle will be what? 45 degree. This angle is 45 degree. Okay, now next is what? We need to draw the perpendicular angle bisector of this angle we need to draw, then only we will get 22.5 degree. Okay, so what is the method? Bisector of angle, that means angle bisector. First of all, take the compass and draw one arc from the point A, a small arc like this. Then extend the compass, just extend the compass, then keep the compass at one end, draw one arc. From the next point also draw one arc. Then you will get one more point, mark that point, then from that point join to the corner end, that is to the point A, like this. Okay, so this is the bisector of 45 degree angle. That means this angle, this small portion will be what? 22.5 degree. Okay, so we got 22.5 degree here. This small portion or the complete portion is 45 degree. So this portion is 22.5 degrees. So first angle over. Now we need next one, that is 67.5 degree. So for that we will measure double, that is 135 degree. So keep the protractor at the point B like this. Keep the protractor at the point B. Then measure 135 degree from next again, that is from 0 point. Okay, from 0, 135 degree will be here. Okay, it is obtuse angle. So 135 degree is here. Then join that angle. Like this. So this complete angle is 135 degree. Complete angle is 135 degree. But we need what? 67.5 degree angle. So for that we will draw the bisector of this 135 degree angle. So method is again draw a small arc from the point B. So draw a small arc like this. Okay. Then after that extend the compass. Just extend the compass. Then from one end draw one arc. Then without changing the measurement from the next point also draw one arc. Don't confuse with this arc. Okay, draw next arc. Now you will get one point by joining these two arcs. Mark that point. Now from that point join to the point, corner point B. Okay, so this is the angle. So here one part will be what? 67.5 degree. Okay, one part will be 67.5 degree. So AB is here, Now you can see these two angles join at a common point. Okay, join at a common point. 3 points you can see, but don't confuse with these points. The line joining these two lines, okay, bisectors joining at a common point. That point you can consider as C point. Okay, so this triangle ABC is a required triangle. You can shade that region. So this is a triangle ABC with AB as 6 centimeter, angle A as 22.5 degree and angle B as 67.5 degree. Okay. Next is question number 6. Draw a triangle and the perpendicular bisector of all three sides. Do all three bisectors intersect at the same point? Okay, so without any measurement, just draw a triangle. Okay, after that you have to draw the perpendicular bisector of all the three sides. Okay, you can see three sides for the triangle. Now you need to draw perpendicular bisector of all the three sides, and you have to check whether these three bisectors are intersect at the same point. Okay, let's see. So first draw a triangle like this. Okay, here I am not considering any measurement, simply a triangle. Okay, triangle ABC. Now we need to draw the perpendicular bisector of AB, BC and AC. These three sides perpendicular bisector we need to draw. So let's consider AB first. Okay, so keep the pinpoint at the point B. Keep the point at the point B. Then measure approximately more than half. Okay, measure more than half. Then draw one arc in the upper side. Okay, upper side. Then lower side. Okay, with the same measurement from the next point also. That is from the point A also. Upper side, one arc. Lower side, one arc. Okay, upper and lower of that side. That means that side. Okay, so upper side, lower side of that AB. Now join that points. So bisector. So we got first bisector. Next we need to draw the perpendicular bisector of BC. So BC means you need to consider the points as B and C. You need to consider the points as B and C. So BC's upper side here, lower side here. Okay, don't confuse with the sides. If you are considering this BC as a side, you need to draw the arc in these two portions. Okay, upper and lower. Okay, like this you need to draw. So again take the compass and keep the pinpoint at the point B, because BC's vertex is B here. Okay, then measure more than half like this. Measure more than half. Then draw one arc in the upper side, one arc in the lower side. Okay, two arc. Similarly from the point C. Okay, BC we are considering, so from the point C also one arc in the upper side and one arc in the lower side. Okay, like this you need to draw. Then also you will get 2 points. Okay, so that point also you need to join. Like this you need to join. So like this you will get, okay, bisector. Now one more side remains, that is AC. AC is the third side. So now we need to draw the bisector of AC. So keep the pinpoint at the point A and measure more than half of AC. Okay, more than half of AC. Then upper side, then lower side. So draw one arc in the upper side, then one arc in the lower side. Okay, with the same measurement from the C point. Okay, from the, so one in the upper side and one in the lower side. 2 arcs we have finished. Now let's join these 2 points. Okay, you can see one point here and next point here. Okay, now join these 2 points like this. Now you can see that all the 3 bisectors, our question was, do the bisectors intersect at a common point? Okay, now you can see that these 3 bisectors are joining at a common point. Okay, so answer is yes, these 3 bisectors are joined at a common point. Okay, so this is the method. Next is question number 7. Draw a triangle and the bisectors of all 3 angles. Do all 3 bisectors intersect at the same point? Same like the previous question. For the previous question we draw what perpendicular bisector of each side. Okay, but here we need to draw bisector of three angles. Bisector of three angles we need to draw. After that we need to check that whether that three bisectors intersect at a common point. So same like the previous question, first of all let's draw a triangle. This is a triangle ABC. Okay, triangle ABC we have. Now next is we need to draw the bisector of each angles, angle A, angle B and angle C. These three angles bisector we need to draw. Okay, so let's start from angle A. Bisector of an angle. First we need to draw a small arc from the angle A point. Just draw a small arc like this. What is the next step? Extend the compass. Just extend the compass. Now from one end, one arc with the same measurement. From the next end also another arc. Okay, always make the pencil as sharp. Okay, sharp pinpoint unit. Next we need to join these two ends. Okay, so this is the bisector of angle A. Okay, angle A over. Next angle B. Okay, keep the pinpoint at the point B. First draw a small arc. Okay, draw a small arc, then extend the compass. Then from one end, one arc. From the next end also one arc. Okay, from both the end at a common point. Now join that point to angle B like this. Okay, next angle C. One more angle we have, that is angle C. Same like this, two angles. Just draw one small arc from the point C first like this. After that extend the compass. Now from one end draw one arc. Now from the next end also draw one arc. So we got point here. Okay, these two arc. Okay, so here is the point. This is the point. Now join this point to angle C. Okay, so this is the bisector of angle C. Now you can see that all the three bisectors are intersecting at a common point. This is a common point. Okay, so bisector of angles of a triangle will intersect at a common point, and also perpendicular bisector of the sides of a triangle will also intersect at a common point. Okay, application is there in your 9th standard. Okay, so these two concepts you must learn properly. Okay, next is question number 8. Prove that if both pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it is a parallelogram. Okay, rough figure we need to draw. After that we need to prove that if two pair of opposite sides of quadrilateral equal, then it is a parallelogram. Let's draw the rough figure first. This is a rough figure of a quadrilateral with both pair of opposite sides are equal. Okay, these two pairs are opposite sides, that is 10 centimeter here, 10 centimeter. These two are the opposite sides, 6 centimeter here, 6 centimeters here. Okay, so we need to prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, that is we need to prove. Here it is not given that these two are parallel or something like that. Okay, only given is for a quadrilateral if two pair of opposite sides are equal, both pair of opposite sides are equal, then it is a parallelogram. That is we need to prove here. So for that let's draw diagonal of this quadrilateral. Okay, diagonal, that means from D to B. Let's draw first like this. Okay, one diagonal DB. DB is the diagonal of this quadrilateral. Okay, now you can see two triangles here. First is this one, second is this one. Two triangles. Now check these two triangles. For the first triangle, 10 centimeter one side, 6 centimeter is the next side, and DB is the third side. For the second triangle also 10 centimeter is here, same like the upper triangle, and 10 centimeter is here. Okay, these two sides are equal. These two sides are equal. Then one common side, our first concept. Okay, one common side. That means three sides equal. So these two triangles are what? These two triangles are equal triangles. Okay, we learn about equal triangles. Okay, so according to this, these two triangles are equal triangles. Now we know for equal triangles the angles opposite to equal sides will be equal. Okay, angles opposite to equal sides will be equal. So if we are considering this DB as the side, its opposite angle is what? These two angles, angle C and angle A. Angle A equal to angle C. Okay, one pair of opposite angles are equal. Then the next pair will also be what? Equal, because total is what? 360 degree. Sum of angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. So these two equal means these two will also be equal. That means this is a parallelogram. Okay, when we will get these two angles, already pairs are equal. Now these two angles equal means this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, so this is a proof. Next is question number 9. In the figure below, ABCD is a parallelogram and AP equal to CQ. Prove that PBQD is a parallelogram. Okay, one figure is given. Let's draw the rough figure. After that, I will explain the question. Okay, and let's see how to prove this. So this is a rough figure. Okay, ABCD. Here ABCD. This is a parallelogram and it is given that AP equal to CQ. These two portions are equal. That also given. Now ABCD is a parallelogram means what we can say about the opposite sides. Opposite side means AB and CD. AB and CD. ABCD is a parallelogram. Parallelogram means opposite sides will be equal and parallel. So here AB and CD will be equal and they are parallel also. Okay. Now AB equal to CD and in this line, in a line AB, AP is the portion and in line CD, CQ is the portion. If you are cutting these two portions, the remaining will also be what? Equal. Okay, that means PB equal to DQ. Okay, because AP and CQ are equal. For example, if AB is 10 centimeter. For example, if AB is 10 centimeter and this AP is 2 centimeter. If this is 2 centimeter, CQ will also be 2 centimeter. And AB and CD equal means same 10 centimeter will be here. Now from 10 centimeter, if we are subtracting 2 centimeter, the remaining will be what? 8 centimeter here, 8 centimeter here. Just an example. Okay, just to understand this. So PB and DQ will be equal. So these two sides are equal. Okay. Now here, consider the triangle APD. Okay, APD. One triangle here, second triangle here, triangle BCQ. Okay, two triangle we have. Now in this triangle, when you check the sides, you can see that this AD. Okay, as the ABCD is a parallelogram in opposite sides are equal. Same like AB and CD equal, we can say that AD is equal to what? AD equal to BC also. AD and BC are equal. Okay. So here AD equal to BC. For these two triangles, consider the triangle APD and triangle BCQ. For these two triangles, one side AD equal to BC, one side equal. Okay. Now second side also equal, that is AP and CQ. Okay. AP is the base of first triangle, CQ is the base of second triangle. So AP equal to CQ. Okay. Now it is given that ABCD is a parallelogram. So parallelogram means opposite angles are equal. That means angle A and angle C are equal. Okay. So angle A equal to angle C. So two side equal, in between angle equal. So side, two side and angle SAS. So by according to that property, we can say that these two triangles are what? Equal triangles. Okay, triangle APD and triangle BCQ are what? Equal triangles. Now for equal triangles, sides opposite to equal angles will also be equal. Sides opposite to equal angles. So angle A's opposite side is what? DP. Okay, now angle C's opposite side is what? BQ. So these two sides are also equal. So we got DP and QB are also equal. Okay, so one pair of opposite side DQ and PB equal, next pair of opposite side DP and QB equal. That means this quadrilateral PBQD will also be what? Both pair of opposite sides equal means PBQD is also a parallelogram. Okay, PBQD is also a parallelogram. So this is a proof. Next is question number 11. In the figure below, O is the center of the circle and AB is a diameter. C is a point on the circle. Two sub-questions are there. First sub-question, compute angle CAB. Second sub-question, draw another figure like this with a different number for the size of angle COB and calculate the same angle CAB. Okay, let's draw a rough figure. Okay, then it will be more clear. This is a given figure. Okay, in a circle, O is the center, AB is the diameter, C is a point on the circle. Okay, our first sub question is calculate angle CAB. Calculate angle CAB. Okay, so for that, consider triangle AOC. Triangle AOC. Okay, so here AO is the radius and OC also radius. These two sides we can see that they are equal sides. OA and OC are radius. Okay, so this triangle AOC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, isosceles triangle. Triangle AOC is isosceles triangle. Now what will be angle O here? Angle O. If this is 50 degree, you can see it forms a linear pair AB and CO. Okay, line CO cuts the line AB, that means it forms a linear pair. So this is 50 degree means this will be 180 minus 50, that is 130 degree. This angle is 130 degree. Now for an isosceles triangle, in order to find these two equal angles, what is the step? 180 minus 130 whole divided by 2. Okay, so this is the method. 180 minus 130, that is 50. So 50 by 2, answer is what? 25 degree. That means angle A is 25 and angle B also, angle C also 25 degree. Our question is calculate angle CAB. That is angle CAB is 25 degree. Now in the second sub question, it is given that draw another figure same like this and change the angle COB. Instead of angle 50 degree, you need to consider another angle. That means here let's consider suppose 80 degree. Okay, if here it is 80 degree, this will be what? 100 degree. Instead of 130 degree, 180 minus 80, 100 we will get. Okay, 100 degree. So what will be these two angles? 180 minus 100 whole divided by 2, that is 80 by 2, answer will be 40 degree. Okay, 40 degree will be the answer. That means whatever be the central angle, that is COB is 80 degree means you can see here will be its half, that is 40 degree. Okay, for the previous case here it was 50 degree, we got here answer as 25 degree. That means here angle is what? That angle's half will be here. Next is question number 12. In the figure below, O is the center of the circle and C is a point on the circle. AB is the diameter. First sub question, compute angle ACB. Second sub question is draw another figure like this, changing the size of angle COB and calculate angle ACB. Let's draw rough figure same like the previous case. Question also figure is same like the previous question, only change is one more line is here, that is C and B is joined here. That is the only change here. And question is find angle ACB. Okay, angle ACB, the complete angle we need to find here. Okay, according to the previous question we found that if this is 50 degree, what will be this angle? 25 degree. Okay, that we already found in the previous question. 25 degree here, 25 degree here, it will be 50 degree. Now here we need to find this angle also, then only we can find the angle ACB. So for that, consider triangle COB. Okay, first part is the same like the previous case that you can write. Now consider triangle COB. Here CO equal to BO, that is radius. Both are radius. So radius are these two parts. That means triangle COB is what? Isosceles triangle. Triangle COB is isosceles triangle. Now if isosceles triangle one angle is 50 degree means what will be these two angles? That is 180 minus 50 whole divided by 2. That is 130 by 2. So 130 by 2 means it is 65 degree. Okay, 65 degree. So we got these two angles are 65 degree. Here also 65 degree. Okay, now we need to calculate angle ACB. So angle ACB means two parts here. One part is 25 degree plus next part is what? 65 degree. Okay, so 25 degree plus 65 degree we need to find. So here total will be what? 90 degree. Okay, this is the answer. Just by considering isosceles triangle we can prove this. Just to find the remaining angles, then by adding these two angles we will get the answer. Now in the second sub question you need to change this angle. That means instead of 50 degree you need to take another angle like 60 or 70 like that, and by doing the same procedure you need to check whether the answer is the same like this 90 degree. Okay, so try to check this. So that's all for this question. Hope you understand. Thank you. See you in the next video.